Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to Alka and Rhea Show. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's show. But thank you for also tuning in for you, for your success, because every day, no matter what life brings to us, you are here and you are listening to Rhea and I listen to the conversation. And Rhea, she talks about real estate. I talk about mindset. And together, her and I, we bridge the gap between where success needs to be. So I want to welcome each and every one of you this morning. And before I go ahead, and I will be talking about the conversation, what I want to talk about, but I want to introduce ourselves. My name is Alka.
My name is Rhea. And
And welcome
to
to
our
our
show.
show. So I want to talk about today, I want to talk about your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind. So that's the topic that I want to talk about today, your subconscious mind. And I always want to refer to this diagram because this diagram is a very powerful diagram whereby it illustrates your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, which is the powerful part of your mind. It controls your thoughts, your emotional, your feelings, and B is the body. Why is B important? Because B, your body, is the instrument of your mind. So your conscious, your subconscious. And at the conscious level, this is your intellectual part of your mind. This is where your dominant thoughts are registered. And at your subconscious mind, this is the powerful aspect of your mind because this is where all your emotional, your feelings, and when I say feelings, what I'm referring to is that when you set goals, so today I'm going to talk about your subconscious mind and why your subconscious mind is important for the goals that you set. So if your goal is, when it comes to the monetary aspect, if your goal is to earn, say, 10, 20, 20,000 a month from your job, in your business, if that is the goal that you have, your subconscious, the feeling part of that mind, which controls 90% of what we think, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, all the thoughts that are in the conscious mind, it automatically will not help you to achieve what you want. So you always have to be, so it's almost like a thermostat. It's like a thermostat, and a thermostat can always fluctuate. So you could be, so when you have a plan of your life or in your business, you have a plan to get that promotion. You have a plan to in your work. How are you generating leads for your business? How are you getting the promotion? What are you doing? What's the actionable steps you need to take in order to move in the direction of your mind? So your subconscious is really the solidifying mode that will help you get there. But you always have to believe that you can achieve what you set out. So the subconscious mind comes from the topic from the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I love this book because it really gives you the practical steps when you try to, not actually when you try, sorry, that's the wrong word, but when you want to achieve what you want to set out to. So, as I said, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your job, you want to get that promotion, whether it's in your job, you want to, what are you striving? You want to get that, you want to get to a point in your job where, you can command what you want. And what I mean by that is if you want to get into the managerial position, it's in your subconscious. Your subconscious. This controls what you are going after. So on the left-hand side, I wrote down your plan, your thoughts, and your purpose in life. Your purpose in life, everything is guided by your subconscious. So I want to take that illustration, I want to take that a little further, and I want to ask you, where in your life today do you see yourself, how your subconscious has really impacted and played an important part in your life? Do you track? Do you measure? Do you see as to how your mind controls us? And so if it's your plan, planning your life, planning your thoughts, because most of us, we live in the conscious, and your conscious, which is your dominating part of your mind, which, are you thinking positive thoughts? Are you thinking negative thoughts? And all the thoughts that we harbor every single day of every single minute. And these antennas, what these antennas also represent, if you think about the frequency of the AM frequency, which is at the bottom, the FM frequency, which is at the top, it's almost like a radio. You want to tune into the AM frequency or the FM frequency. What do you need to do? How do you get from the AM, which is your negative thought, and these antennas also represent the thoughts, the frequency that we put into our conscious, and our conscious, tells us, right, okay, so we want to achieve the 10, 20,000 a month. And your conscious, which is your frequency, these antennas are representing the frequency. And your frequency, because you're conscious, because you planned your thoughts, you are saying that I want to earn X amount. But then the conscious, what that is saying, also the vibration that you're in, and your subconscious doesn't believe that you are worthy. Why it doesn't believe? Because you have not programmed yourself. And I talked about this a while back about your paradigms. Your paradigms are your limiting beliefs that limits us from going forward, from achieving what we want, from creating the life that you want in your life, in business. They're all correlated together. So I really want you to take a very hard, realization about you, about your life today. Where is it going? Where is your life? Where is it right now? Where do you aspire to be? Where do you aspire to go? How are you going to get there? What are the steps that you are taking every single day? And your subconscious, which controls the 90% of our mind, which is why it's so powerful. And that's why your emotional and your feeling part of your mind, once you begin to feel a certain way, once you begin to feel. So here's a hack that I really want to share with you. It's no good saying, I want to achieve X amount. You have to, and affirmations are great, but I really don't believe in affirmations because they're not, it's not going to do anything for us. But what is important together with the affirmations is how is the vibration, that these antennas are the vibration that you must be in to achieve what you want. Okay, so as Napoleon Hill says, the mind which conceives and believes, he clearly says that he believes, he achieves. And together, I'm gonna stop right there because when it comes to your mind, it is such a powerful tool that we have, but we need to harness our thoughts, because fundamentally that's where it all comes down from. That's where everything stems from, is our mind. What state of mind are we in to enable, everything, what we want? Because everything that we want, we can have, but you have to believe you can, and also be in the vibration to achieve. And clearly, Napoleon Hill, that's why I love this book, because it really gives you the practical tools to achieving anything, real life examples of what you want. So I'm going to stop it right there, but I do have a challenge for you. As always, I always want to give you a challenge, is, track your life today as to where you are. And I want you to see, okay, those thoughts that we harbor every single day of every single minute. But in your work, you could be thinking thoughts. Are they positive? Are they negative? Oh my gosh, I've got to do this presentation. Oh my gosh, I've got to do this. So that's already the vibration that you are setting yourself up to, compound throughout the day. So I want you to see yourself as to, how are you feeling? What's your state of mind that you're in, positive or negative? So I really want you to get a grip on this, because your subconscious mind, as I just said, controls 90% of our mind, which is why it's so powerful.
Thank you, Alka. You are correct. With Napoleon's Hill quote, what you believe and conceive, you will achieve. And I agree with you that the mind is the most powerful tool. Now, if, like you said, the subconscious is very powerful, and, not everybody's subconscious are the same, especially for the low vibration people with a low, their subconscious is not at par. How do they break that ceiling glass, to shatter that limiting belief, the paradigm that you're talking about, that limits us? How do they break through that ceiling so that their subconscious gets free, and then they can believe and conceive? Because not everybody subconscious is positive, not everybody's subconscious is on a high vibration. How can they that ceiling?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. Yeah, so what you want to do, and as I said, affirmations are nothing, because it's about taking the action. So as an example to your question, Rhea, if you are at the AM frequency, right, you're at the lowest vibration, and you aspire to be at the FM frequency, the highest vibration. And if you recall, I also talked about the knowing doing gap. Where are you now in your business, in your job? Where are you right now to where you want to be? So there's a gap. And it's the same thing. Fundamentally, you're at the AM frequency and you aspire to be at the FM. What you need to do to get there? And number one, what you want to do is, yes, believing in yourself, but believing in yourself is nothing, just like affirmations. It doesn't really correlate to how you're going to get there, achieve what you want to achieve. Is you have to take the actions. You have to go, you have to do. That's why there's a gap. That's why there's a fundamental gap between knowing what you want to do, but you're not doing. And I mean, I will actually, I will talk about that again, because I know I talked about it many shows ago, but it's always a good direction now that, I remember that, because it's the same. So I think, Rhea, to your question is, in a nutshell, is, affirmations is not going to do much. Just saying that I want this or that, I want to achieve this or that, is nothing. You've got to take action. So whether you're on your vibration that's low, but when you take the vibration and you start to see, you start to feel better, because you're taking the action. So it's no good, saying that, oh my gosh, you're just like in that victim mode. Oh my gosh, but I'm feeling so low, I'm feeling this or that. but you got to do, because no one's going to come to your rescue. You
Mhm.
got to go, you got to be the one to do it, right? You got to be the one to do it. So take actions to um in correlation to the affirmations.
So I guess momentum is key, and then
Yes.
if they are doing it wrong, course correct, because like
Mm-hmm.
action, right? Knowing, doing is important. Knowing is also doing. Knowing is also important. So both
Exactly.
have, they need to be hand in hand together. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely right. And yeah, so that is what you need to do in order to have that in order to go after what you want, because your subconscious, it will help you. It will tell you, I see, are you on the right track or not? We have come to the end of another amazing conversation. Stay tuned for the next episode of Alka and Rhea Show, and we will be having fun conversations. And so we will see you the next time. Thank you for tuning in today, and always have an amazing day. Make the rest of the day the best of your day. Bye for now.